Let me figure out a different way to put it. Okay, there we go. Do you want to know any changes or just let them go straight in it? What did you focus on?
They're just, Kayla and I talked about a thing for her that we changed around, and then I just added a couple of things in the pre-Elijah part, and then the pre-Elijah monologue, and then the pre-Joan monologue, I think. So,
Okay.
we're chilling.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So the stage directions that are like actor notes, do we just do them, or are you gonna like say
Just,
them?
if there are things that are like
A long pause and
sigh.
he sighs.
Like, I'm not gonna say those.
Okay.
Unless it's like a moving direction, I'll read the first one, and then for like the moving directions that are important,
Okay.
I'll read them.
So squinting and looking off stage again, like for example.
Yeah, like
that
looking into the audience,
Yeah.
squinting off stage, like I'll say a voice can be heard mumbling.
Do you want me to mumble, or do you?
I'll just say a
say
voice.
that?
Yeah,
Okay.
a voice.
That's good.
Yeah. So if so ones that are like notes for actors. So most of the ones that are in the line, unless there's like an actual moving direction in the line. So like he shakes her shoulders and goes flying. The cards go flying. Like I'll say those, but otherwise just like he laughs, he pauses, think menacing. Like that's just say the line.
Okay.
I won't say those.
Yep, okay, so to begin, we will have Joan standing, and is voice officially woman?
Yes,
Yeah.
but she'll
I
sit
just
for the
said-
beginning.
Yeah, so
But you'll say the line.
Okay.
even for the first line, she's gonna be sitting? 'Cause
Yeah,
it's off
we're
stage.
rolling, she'll sit.
Okay. Begin whenever you're ready, and we can stop and go
I
as
just start
necessary.
standing.
Yep.
Alright.
So don't walk forward though, because remember,
You're right.
we won't be using the whole stage. Just be standing up, and you can walk you can be like a foot
Take, like,
away
a
from your
step or
chair,
two,
but
yeah.
just don't go too far.
Alright.
Jones. Okay, my bad.
Sorry. No, go ahead.
Joan stands in front of a podium center stage with closed curtains behind him. There is a bluish square light over Joan that makes it look as though he is a projection. If the director, this could actually be played. I'll figure out what I want to say with this. But makes it look as though he's in a projection, like a video projector on a screen. Joan is nervous, and off stage, a woman's voice shouts to him.
Okay, we're rolling.
Hi. This is a video I hope I will never have to be, let me start over. This is a video I hope will never have to be shown. If you're watching this, then that means that the NASA mission to VA-48 failed and that I am not around anymore. My name is Joan Rodriguez, and for the last 2 years, I have been preparing for the first mission to VA-48, a planet that may support life. With the current state of our Earth, we need a new resource to inhibit. Am I reading this right? Well, we haven't ruined it yet. But if we continue to treat the Earth the way we do, it's not going to last us for much longer. So this is an effort to sustain life somewhere else. I'm more of a test dummy though. If you want the real facts, watch the documentaries, the lab teams we've made, and probably will have finished if this video is released. Wait, okay, I've been in high training for the last 2 years doing physical tests, running oxygen tests, spending months in space simulators, along with Carmen and Elijah, who will be my shipmates for this trip. There's 6 of us in total, but we're the ones who made the cut. In some ways, I'd say the rest are luckier.
The offstage voice can be heard mumbling.
Oh, sorry, I'll hurry up. I want Lena Rondoff to know that I had the biggest crush on her in high school, and that I hope she's still studying psychology. The rest of this video, I want to be a thank you to my parents. Mommy, Nana, you guys raised me better than I could have ever have asked for. And I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused as a kid. I'm sorry for always throwing fits or getting into your stuff. You guys set me on the path to be where I am today. Thank you, Nana, for sitting out with me at night when I come home, trying to run away and telling me to look at the stars. Mommy, I'll miss your waffles. in my old room under the 3rd floorboard from the left window. I have all my old detention slips I hid from you guys. I have Whisker's old collar. I have all the Polaroids of us I took in high school, all stashed in the shoebox where Nana's red pumps were supposed to go. I love...
Okay, that's time.
The stage goes dark with the projection of the pause
Kayla,
icon.
can you stand on okay, that's time? So it's like a sudden, yeah.
The stage goes dark with the projection of a pause icon being displayed on the curtain. The sound of rewinding can be heard, and the pause button turns into a rewind button. Finally, a play button and the lights come up and the curtains open. The podium has now been moved far stage left, with a wall in the background separating it from the rest of the stage, where several chairs are set and 2 tall men in guard uniforms stand, with bats on their belts, visors over their eyes. Joan, Carmen, and Elijah sit in 3 folding chairs downstage from the guards. Carmen, looking over note cards. A woman in a suit stands at the podium, finishing up her own speech directed towards the audience.
And we know that with your sponsorship, your volunteering, and the support from our caring investors, we will be seeing life on VA-48 within the next 10 years, and with the luck for our first mission, within the next 2. We promise you that you will not be disappointed at the results of our mission, and as chairman of the directory panel, I thank you again for your support.
The woman steps away from the podium and walks around the back wall, entering the room where the others are. Her cheery disposition becomes one of exhaustion, but she is still put together. She is smiling, always. She's intelligent. She is condescending.
And I round out the last of the supervisory statements. In a few minutes, let's get the precautionary videos started.
The 2 guards nod and the woman leaves the room.
So we'll have Elijah and Carmen stand up at that point.
What are you gonna say in your video?
All the normal things. I'll talk about preparations.
Yeah, because they'll want to hear that from you.
Well, why wouldn't they?
They can hear from the people at the panels, from the engineers and the scientists and all that.
Well, I've done the work. They can hear it from me too.
You've trained in a simulator. That's not doing the work.
Well, what would you call it?
A scam.
What's wrong with you?
He tries to shake her shoulders, and note cards go flying all over the floor.
They're killing us off!
And who's gonna lead the mission to VA-48? You can't drive this kind of expedition without us.
Don't you get it? You're not going to VA-48. There is no mission to VA-48.
Of course there is. We've been planning for years. Saving for years.
And that money is going straight back into the hands of the investors. You, Miss Technician, are an insurance policy. Every single one of our great investors has millions in insurance taken out on the crew and the expedition. Should something happen, the company has to pay off all the investors.
Then why would you want anything to happen to us?
Well, the actual research and management of operations is owned by the American investors. The other 80% of the station and company is owned overseas and is liable to any damage that warrants refunding. The part of the company based in America that deals with the field research
Has ties to the investors. You think you've got a little thing going.
You were valedictorian, we get it.
Wow, how convenient that the people who put money into us because it directly profits them would profit off of us. Can't believe I didn't see that before. Not exactly a government secret.
Yeah, but
Elijah,
hold on.
Elijah, oh my God.
By ensuring that the entire team is terminated, overseas corporations pay directly to the investors, and in turn, their branch receives more funding. And besides, look at us.
What?
Do we look like the sort of team to go on this expansion?
Well, neither of us is dumb. No, I take that back.
Gee, thanks.
You're a little cracked out around the edges, but logistically you're not an idiot is what I mean.
I know that, and you know that, but does anyone care? And what the hell do we know about the new guy, huh? In the 2 months that he's been here, I've never seen him so much as fill out a worksheet or say a word to anybody.
Oh, you're gonna talk about Joan like he's not 3 feet away from us?
And then, Joan, you can, this one, I think we could have it be you're sitting there, and then you could just look at the audience and shrug.
Yeah, you can just shrug. I won't.
Yeah.
And think about that. 2 months. When has there ever been an astronaut that didn't have years of training?
He's had years of training. Transferring is in fact a thing.
Would you graduate a transfer student who's only been at university for 2 months?
It's not a university, Elijah.
No, it's literally rocket science. And on that point, how do we really know that he even did any training anywhere else? What other space programs are there that just happen to be training operatives for missions to VA-48? How convenient.
You don't need to know how to drive every type of car to have a license. He has general and specialized training. He's smart enough to pick up the details for the job. They hire us for a reason. It's intuition and quick thinking. It's not just practice.
That wasn't my point anyways.
Oh yeah, and what was it?
Well, come on now, Carmen. You're not exactly an athlete.
Excuse me?
I mean, you're not exactly the height and weight of the kind of people they expect for these kinds of things. And don't get me wrong, neither am I.
All of us are well within the simulator's limits on body regulations.
Yeah, but you're not ideal. Have you ever seen a famous astronaut who didn't look like they came straight from the Olympics? You've seen the B team. They look like they're from Sparta, for Christ's sake. No offense to Joan, but I've seen baby giraffes with thicker legs and more stability.
Then why would they choose him? Us?
Well, I don't know why they chose you. Probably applied straight from college, probably a good little try-hard, and maybe you were in the running to begin with. But you're a suck-up and so eager that they wrote you off as an expendable member of the team who wouldn't cause any problems. Me, on the other hand, they picked me off the streets. Literally, where I used to shout it to the man.
As he goes on, the woman re-enters. She looks at Elijah and then the guards. They shrug, and we watch as he continues. In the kind of way one might consider a red-pilled redditor to complain about why they aren't a millionaire.
They call me a visionary, someone they could use within their walls. But I know that's their formal way of saying conspiracy theorist. I know too much for my own good, and I never should have signed the contract. They told me I could see firsthand what was going on, get the inside scoop for myself. But with the liability that I had to sign non-disclosure, and well, let me tell you, I have dug and rifled through every piece of information I could find here, and I know for a fact that I am dead the second I walk off that stage.
Elijah, is it? It's time for your video.
Oh, you mean my last words?
I promise you.